Toronto nightlife is a world of its own, diverse, vibrant, and ever-evolving. But lately, one particular energy has taken over the city's clubs in a way that's impossible to ignore. The Lagos vibe. That raw, electric, unfiltered pulse of Afrobeats that turns every room into a celebration. And the ones responsible for bringing that energy thousands of miles from Africa to Canada? The DJs, Toronto's Afrobeats DJs, names like AJ Styles, Magic Flows, Havil, Damiger, and Mendosa, are the bridge between Lagos nightlife and the Canadian club experience. They've taken what used to be small cultural events and transformed them into global standard experiences, where the music, crowd, and energy feel just like being in a packed club in Lagos on a Friday night. The Lagos vibe isn't just about what's playing, it's about how it's played. It's about the confidence, the rhythm, and that instinct to read a crowd's heartbeat. Lagos DJs don't just mix songs, they control emotions. They know when to build tension and when to drop it. Toronto DJs have mastered that same art, translating the chaos and beauty of Lagos nightlife into a North American setting that still feels authentic. If you've ever stepped into a Toronto Afrobeats event, you know the feeling. The lights are low, the speakers heavy, the bass vibrating through the floor, and then that familiar chant cuts through, "Shi you day wine me and I," or "Ko walo." The crowd screams in response. People who haven't been to Nigeria in years suddenly feel right at home. That's what Toronto DJs are doing, they're turning nostalgia into nightlife. They're giving people in the diaspora a chance to relive the Lagos energy without needing a flight ticket. But the magic lies in how they do it. DJs like AJ Styles understand crowd psychology. He knows how to blend Nigerian street hits with mainstream Toronto sounds, giving both Africans and non-Africans something to move to. He might drop a Saki or Adomo double, then slide into Drake or Party Next Door, and somehow it all feels seamless. That's the essence of Lagos nightlife: versatility, spontaneity, and groove. Meanwhile, DJ Magic Flows brings a different kind of Lagos energy, polished, vibrant, and deeply rhythmic. His sets flow like a story. He'll start with smooth Afrobeats, build into Amapiano, and end the night with high-tempo Naija street bangers. That progression, that storytelling through sound, is exactly what Lagos nightlife is built on. It's not just random mixing, it's intentional emotion. Then you have DJ Havil, who embodies the true Lagos street spirit. His crowd control is crazy. You'll hear him shouting commands mid-set, hyping the crowd like a Lagos hype man in Quilox or Cubana. It's that fearless energy, loud, confident, and unapologetically African, that makes people feel they're in the motherland again. But here's the real beauty of it: Toronto's Afrobeats DJs are not copying Lagos, they're interpreting it. They're remixing it through their own experiences in Canada. The result is a unique hybrid, Lagos energy with Toronto polish. You might walk into a venue like Lost and Found, Clio, or Toybox, and see a lineup that feels like Lagos, but the execution? That's pure Toronto professionalism. Clean transitions, organized promotions, curated aesthetics, yet when the beat drops, the vibe is raw and street. That blend is what makes Toronto's Afrobeat scene stand out globally. Even in smaller spaces, from York University parties to downtown Afrobeats brunches, the DJs carry that Lagos touch. They know how to make people shout lyrics word for word, how to pause a song and let the crowd take over, how to tease the next drop for just a second too long. Those are techniques rooted in Lagos nightlife culture. It's also about the community. Lagos nightlife is social. People go out to connect, to flex, to celebrate. Toronto's Afrobeats scene mirrors that perfectly. You'll see familiar faces every weekend, the same promoters, the same hype crews, and the same loyal fans that follow their favorite DJs around the city. It feels like one extended family. And that's exactly what Lagos nightlife feels like too. You don't just go out to party, you go to be seen, to belong, to vibe with your people. Toronto DJs recreate that community atmosphere in a city that can often feel cold and distant. They make nightlife warm again. What's also impressive is how these DJs have adapted Lagos-style crowd engagement for Canadian audiences. In Lagos, DJs talk a lot. They interact, they hype, they shout out lyrics, they command the floor. And now you see that same thing in Toronto events. DJs no longer just stay quiet behind the decks, they perform. They make you laugh, chant, scream, dance. They take you on a journey. It's performance art, not just mixing music. Let's talk about set structure, because that's where Lagos influence is most visible. In a typical Toronto Afrobeats party today, you'll notice the rhythm of the night mirrors a Lagos timeline. Early in the night, it's calm, smooth Afrobeats, maybe some buju or oxlade to get people in the mood. Then, as the crowd builds, the energy rises. By midnight, the tempo shifts, you're hearing Portable, Bella Shmurda, or Asaki. Then, just when you think it can't go harder, they transition into those late-night street anthems, Buga, Unavailable, See Finish, and the crowd goes wild. That's the Lagos blueprint, down to the minute. Toronto DJs have mastered how to recreate that emotional rhythm. They know when to slow things down, when to speed up, and when to let silence speak louder than the drop. And of course, no Lagos-inspired party would be complete without the mic energy. Toronto DJs have adopted the art of hype, the banter, the slang, the interaction. You'll hear phrases like "no dulling tonight," "wahala no day," or "make we scatter this place," echo through the club, instantly transforming the atmosphere. It's little details like that which make all the difference. Toronto DJs aren't just copying the sound, they're importing the soul. There's also a fashion side to it. Lagos nightlife is a style parade, people dress like they're walking a runway, even in the club. Toronto picked that up too. The rise of Afrobeats parties has brought a new kind of aesthetic to the city, bold colors, designer fits, shades indoors, Ankara prints mixed with luxury streetwear. And the DJs set that tone. Because when your favorite DJ walks in looking sharp, confident, and intentional, it gives everyone else permission to bring their A-game. That's Lagos influence, all over again. But it's deeper than fashion or sound. What Toronto DJs have done is create a cultural portal. For every African in the diaspora who misses home, for every Caribbean who loves the rhythm, and for every Canadian who just wants to feel something real, the DJs have opened that door. They've turned the city into a mirror of Lagos nightlife, not a copy, but a tribute. A celebration of everything loud, expressive, and alive about African culture. And that's why the connection runs so deep. Because when the beat drops in a Toronto club, and everyone shouts that same lyric in unison, it's not just a moment, it's identity. It's cultural pride in motion. These DJs are more than entertainers, they're cultural translators. They're making sure that the heart of Lagos keeps beating strong in Toronto. So, the next time you're in a club and you see people losing their minds when that Burna Boy or Asaki track hits, understand this, you're witnessing Lagos nightlife, reborn in Canada. The DJs made it possible. They carried the sound across the ocean, refined it for the diaspora, and made it resonate with a whole new audience. That's how Toronto DJs bring Lagos vibes to Canada's clubs, not through imitation, but through transformation. Through love for the culture, respect for the roots, and passion for the people. And as long as they keep spinning, that Lagos energy will never fade, it'll just keep finding new homes, one dance floor at a time.